Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to demo the Fiskars Powercut Shears. So if you guys have seen my video when I was up at Creativation, me and Miranda went and played at the booth with these. I don't know if we did a video on this or not. We made some leather earrings and we played with their hammer as well when we did this. So what I'm going to do is show you how to make some leather earrings with this, showing you how nice these are. So these are the 8-inch. I believe they're around $14.99. Don't quote me on that, but I'm going to have the links down below so they're available. Amazon, Joann's, and Fiskars. I believe they will eventually be in Hobby Lobby and Michael's and stuff if they're not already. So it comes with a little cover just like this, which is super awesome. And I did see somebody ask while we were up there if they were for left-hand people, and they are not. I tried playing around with them a little bit, and they definitely are awkward the way they're shaped, so they're definitely not made for left hand. But I did see that somebody did ask up there, and I think, you know, that's something they may look in the future, I think they said. All right, so what you're going to want to do is you want to have some scrap pieces of leather. I've got several pieces here. I've got from thinner leather here. These are all faux leather, by the way, to stuff that just gets a little bit thicker. So I thought we'd do some thin stuff and thick. So what you want is you want a template. So whether you cut something out with your Cricut, and it be cardstock, right? So you can use cardstock. I'm just showing you because I got this already cut out. So you can either have your die cut machine do steel roll dies to cut something out. You could do hearts, stars, whatever shapes you want to do. You could also do circles. I've seen where the circles are getting popular as well. I'm just going to use an old medicine cup to circle around. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our teardrop shape, okay? And we'll start with, let me start with something thinner here first. So we're going to do this little leopard print here. What you're going to do is take your template here and take a pencil, and then go ahead and trace around this. Now what you want to do before you start cutting, and I'm just going to cut one here to show, you want to go ahead and get them all traced out first, right? So that way you're not just, you know, tracing, cutting. Get them all traced first and then come back. So hopefully you can see that. And I do it in pencil, that way I can go back and erase. And then all you're going to simply do is follow those pencil markings very nice and slow. All right, just like that. So that's how you would cut those out by hand. So it's really easy, and I do find it a lot quicker whenever you're just sitting there, get them all traced out, sit down, get a good movie, and sit down and get them all cut out. So that way you're not having to fuss with your mats or, you know, anything like that. So there's that. And then let me show you one that is thicker. Let's do some chunky glitter first. So I'm gonna do some of the chunky glitter, and then we'll do one that's a little bit thicker. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to do some circles on this one. Just going to take my medicine cup here. You could take anything. You could take a shot glass. Once again, cardstock, template, something like that. And I'm going to just go around this. I'm having to be careful because my cup is like one that can be, you know, squeezed like this. So I want to be careful. So I got that all traced out there. And if I want to, like I was talking about, go ahead and trace again. So go ahead and trace my next one. All right, and once again, this is that chunky glitter. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my shears here and start cutting. All right, there you have it. And then once again, if there's any pencil markings on the back, I could take my eraser and go in and erase those since I got it in pencil. But aren't those circles super cute? I'm loving the circle ones. All right, and if you were gonna do that where they were layered up like 2 different sizes of this, it would be the same thing, and then you're just gonna layer them. So I purchased my earring backs from Hobby Lobby, and I get them when they're 50% off, so it's like, you know, $5 total for the backs and the circles. I'm going to show you really quick. I've showed this in a previous video, and this is kind of how I keep my stuff. I get them all pre-cut and just have them here ready to go, so whenever I'm ready to make some earrings, they're just here. So the backs and the circles, like I said, I get them for roughly around $5, and that includes the circles and the hoops. And then I have like these little tools here. I got these at Michael's to kind of help. But here lately, I've been doing them with my fingers. So I've just been kind of pulling them apart and pushing them with my fingers. It seems a lot easier to do it that way. I've seen a lot of people complain in my comments about the way I've done it before, because let's go ahead and cut one more of these with this glitter. Because I guess I was doing it wrong with the tool. So you want to be careful with that to not, you know, tear up your little circles. You don't want to over pinch them, and you don't want to stretch them out. So I think the thing that I was doing was over stretching with that tool. So once again, I'm just going to continue to go around here and get this all the way cut out. And if you mess up at all, you could come back and kind of get those. The thing that you want to do when working with scissors, you really want to try to do it in one smooth motion without having to go around and around. So there's those. So there's the two circles. Aren't those cute? Super cute. All right, that's the chunky glitter. And then let's see. Let's do one thicker. So let's go ahead and try this rose gold here. So this one's definitely way thicker. All right, I'm gonna do another circle. So I'm just gonna take my cup here and once again, go in, get my circle down. I'm trying to see if I can't. I don't think I can fit one there. I'm gonna go ahead and come in here, come as close as I can, so I'm not wasting anything. Like I said, this is the thicker one. I'm gonna go ahead and take my shears again and go around this. But what's cool about these, again, so you can cut burlap, you can cut, you know, felt, you can cut cork, you can cut metal, you can cut all just pretty much anything, the thicker leathers and stuff. So these are just gonna be awesome to keep on hand. I've had my Tim Holtz ones for, like I said, since about 2012 or so. I've had them for a long time. I've actually owned, like, I think it's 3 pairs total. I think I've got 2 right now, but I think I've owned 3 pairs total. Not that I've worn them out, but that's how many I always kept on hand. So, because I used them so much. So I can kind of see these replacing those. I do like how much smoother these are compared to the Tim Holtz one. So it's definitely been a little bit of a game changer there. So there is the rose gold circle, and that's that thicker. So here we go so far of what we cut out with those. There we go. And then, like I said, there were it was some thinner metal. I'm trying to think about what you would call it, but it would be probably in the jewelry department. But to be able to cut through there, you're gonna be able to cut through your wires working with this jewelry, pretty much all that stuff. But I think it'd be a great pair to have on hand if you plan on doing some of these earrings here. So, like I said, I thought we would demo them. And I want to send a huge shout out to Fiskars. I mentioned it in my last video. I asked them to send me a couple of these new DIY tools to demo as I played with them up there at the show, and they were sold out on Joann's, and they kindly did, and they shipped them pretty quickly. So I was very thankful for that. So thank you, Fiskars. All right, so here we go. So there is the rose gold, there's the chunky glitter, and then here's the thinner stuff. And I'll go ahead and finish cutting out that thinner one, and then we'll put together these earrings and wrap it up. But this may be a good option for you guys that don't want to upgrade to the maker, just to have that rotary blade. Maybe you want to just get a pair of these scissors and maybe do some by hand. But like I said, if you got a whole bunch of these already drawn out, get in front of a good movie and just sit there and kind of, or have an audio book or something, and just sit there and cut a bunch of these out. Currently, I've talked about opening that booth. We did that yesterday. We went down, got everything down there. I'll upload a picture in here. These earrings, I have listed them for $8 in my booth. I do plan on doing something cuter for what I have them hanging on, but I have some scrap paper I wanted to get rid of. So I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to do another video showing you how I've created my tags and how I came up with my name just using a stamp that I had on hand. So I think that's good. Like I said, you just go around and kind of clean those up. You just kind of want those to match as best as possible. So there we go. And once again, if I have any markings on the back, I can just take my eraser and go ahead and mark those out. What I'm going to do is line them back up, and I'm going to take my hole punch here, take the smaller side on my crocodile, and you may even get a smaller. I do plan on maybe getting the super small hole punch. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. There's like the, you know, Hobby Lobby brand, or I think there's pretty much, I don't know what all brands make them, but anyways, I'm just going to grab probably the Paper Studios, but I think they have a little bit of a smaller hole, so I'm going to check that out this week. But anyway, so you're going to get some holes in there just like that. I'm going to do the same thing. I just stack mine on top of each other like this, and then put my hole. That way they match. And then do the same thing with the glitter. And I do the same thing if it had layers. If there was like, you know, another layer on top of these, I layer all 4 together. All right, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and put these together. Just kind of barely, hopefully you guys can see this. I've been just pulling it apart like this. Somebody told me I really need to watch a video on it, and I do need to watch a video on this just to make sure I'm doing this correctly. But anyways, it's just kind of worked for me. But anyways, so I'm gonna pull them apart, pop on my earring back, and then I just kind of pop it back. So I'm barely pulling them apart. So that way there's no chance of it getting tore up. So just like that, there's your earring. So we'll go ahead and put one more on just to finish this. All right. Just like that. Now, if I feel like my gap's a little too far, I've been just taking my fingers and pushing it instead of using the tool. I just lightly pushing on that. There you have it. That's making earrings using the new Fiskars Powercut Shears. Absolutely love them. Highly recommend them. Like I said, I'll have them linked down below. All right, so I wanted to show you one more pair of earrings. So what I want to do is line this up so I can get a straight line. And I may, yeah, I'll do it this way so I can get a straight line. Then what I'm going to do is this is the We Are Memory Keepers. I absolutely love it. I've had it for a while now. I see that everybody's showing I guess they made a new one with like a tan color. I don't know what color it is. But anyways, I'm going to get my mark in there. What I love about this mat is it's magnetic, so it holds it there, okay? These are super affordable. I'll have it linked down below as well. But I got mine off the clearance from Hobby Lobby. I think it was almost a year ago now, maybe 6 months, a year ago. So anyways, I've made a little line there with my pencil that I can barely see, but I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors here and try to go straight across. And I probably didn't make that line bright enough, so I'm going to try to line that up again to see. All right, so I just got a little bit up here at the top. Okay, so there was another pair of earrings that I've seen that's super popular right now, and it's like a straight line. So just like a little, what do you call it? Like a rectangle. So what I'm gonna do is just line these up. So I'm just lining it up. You could also use like a knife blade if you wanted to, but I'm just showing you with these scissors. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take my ruler again. All right, take my pencil, this time try to make sure my marking's gonna be darker so I can get that straight line. And I'm gonna scoot it over and I'm gonna get one more line. That way for the second pair. All right, there we go. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just cut straight across like so. And straight across like so. All right, now what I wanna do is you can either leave them this long or cut them down. But I think people's had them a little bit shorter than this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line them both up at the same time. And I'm gonna get my ruler back on here, just like so. Get my marking. I'm just doing it on one. I'm gonna hold them both together and trim that down. All right, so just like that. So I've seen them where they're like this, or they're even just a little bit thinner. So you can I can either mark it again or try to eyeball it, and that's what I'm gonna do right now just to kind of quicken this a little bit. All right, so say we had it just like that. Let me go ahead and fix this one just a little bit. All right, so just like that. Aren't those super cute? So what I'm gonna do is, once again, get a hole up here at the top. I just kind of line them up together, get my hole in there, and then get my backs on here, and we got it. So there you have it. So there is, if you wanted to do some straight cuts, some circles, as well as some of the teardrops. So like I said, absolutely love the scissors. I'll have them linked below. Thanks again to Fiskars for sending these for me to demo on the channel. Absolutely love them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.